in the beginning. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to this video if you want more content like this. And leave a comment.
Let's get to what we're here for. We got the Boston Celtics versus the Mavericks series preview. Just let me get y'all. Do not give your fucking predictions until the end. Let me get your series preview. Celtics Mavs. Coach K, take the way. Actually, no, Mike, you start because you've been you're the Celtics.
Like when you say preview, you want me to talk about the whole storyline coming into it and who I think key players are going to be.
However you want to start it, man. Whatever you want to start with, man.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. This is
key players, right?
Excuse me.
You want the preview and the key player, right?
I believe so. I think
we'll just flow. We'll flow.
Yeah, we'll flow it in. Listen, man. This is definitely must-see TV. Definitely going to be an exciting series to watch, bro. You got Kyrie, you got Dallas Mavericks, you got Kyrie and Luka. I mean, that's motherfucking, what's that shit called? What they used to call what's the name on turf? The Rams? What they used to call them, James?
Greatest show on turf?
Yeah, greatest show on fucking on the hardwood. You feel me? Like it's Luka finally getting to the pause. Damn.
Corny. It's corny.
Hey, James is crazy, man.
That was crazy. hey, greatest show on hardwood is crazy. Hey, yo, pause. Damn, I lost my train of thought, man. Pause, man. Fuck. But no, I'm a fan of Luka. I think this is a great, coming out season for Luka. It's been amazing to see how Kyrie has evolved into like the latter stage of his career and the professional that he's become. Because, with the whole stuff that happened in New York and Brooklyn and everything like that, I mean, I didn't foresee this happening. I thought the whole Dallas Mavericks thing was just a long shot, and they've somehow made it work after that trade, after that midseason trade. They've been something to watch, and I think it's going to be a great series. For me, once again, key player for me in the Dallas Mavericks series, it's going to have to be their role players. I don't think I have to worry about Kyrie or Luka showing up this round. But last round, I told you that my key player was going to be Kyrie, and he was a key player. So, 1 point for me. As it relates to the Celtics, this is you could call it a whatever you want to call it. You could call it a revenge tour. You could call it, you could call it, a coming of age, whatever you want to call it. But it's going to be an exciting series. We got Kristaps coming back. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are playing great basketball. Al Horford is drinking from the fountain of youth again. So, that's great to see. And, all of our different role players, we've seen Drew Holiday come alive this past series. So that's going to be nice to see. And so I guess a key player for me in this series will have to be, I think everyone thinks it's Jason Tatum. The key player for this series is going to be Jaylen Brown for me.
What about for the Mavs?
I already said for the Mavs, it's going to be their role players.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They got to show up. Niggas want me to I'm sorry, I was about to start tweaking. I was about to start tweaking, but people like PJ Washington and those people of the world are going to have to be the key players for that club or for that team.
No, sir. I'm gonna say this. I want to say it's documented. I've always been a firm believer in the Mavs. I've always called them contenders. I've always said they've had the talent, and people thought, oh, Luka and Kyrie could work. How the fuck could LeBron and Kyrie work, but Luka and a masterful, elder, matured Kyrie can't work? I didn't think that made any sense at all. So this is something I wouldn't say I called, but I would say it was something that could have definitely been and was expected for Luka and Tatum to eventually meet in the finals. Happy earlier than later. You know what I'm saying? While they're both risers. But I honestly think this is, like you said, this is the platform that Luka's been waiting for. So I think this is an opportunity for him to show like he's who everybody wants and talks about him to be. But I also think Kyrie is the key component for them in this series because he doesn't have the matchups in series at all. So he thought the OKC matchup was the hardest series of his life. He's might be in fucking chambers this series. He has Drew Holiday and Derek White on his ass. So I think no Diddy. but I do honestly think Kyrie has to pull those tricks out of his bag because this is the series where it's not a big man defender. It's guys that were made to guard guards like you, not to stop you essentially, but to give you hell. You know what I'm saying? So I think if Kyrie's able to get over that, then there's a chance for the Mavs. Now for the Celtics are in a perfect situation. As everybody said, you can say they've been cradled into the championship, but you'd be disrespectful to say not any teams ever, like most of the teams that win the championship are cradled into the championship. So this is the best opportunity where they're coming into the job not healthy, but finally getting that missing piece that they haven't had all through the playoffs. So he's gonna have a chance to come in with a opportunity where nobody has playoff film on him. So like as well as Derek White's been playing in the playoffs, Drew Holiday spurts, and Jalen Brunson and Tatum both, in my opinion, showing up as much as they've needed to throughout the playoffs. Now you have a chance for a KP who has no playoff film to come in and scare guys. So for the Celtics, I think the biggest component of this series would be KP, because if you don't have KP, I don't know if you have the matchup difference anymore. But if you do have KP, I think you put yourself in a position to what's it called it to be more healthy than them, one, and to two have matchup problems.
AJ?
I think the biggest X factor for the Mavs is, like Mike said, the role players. I want to say PJ Washington, but he played horribly last series and they won anyway. But the role players. I'm curious to see how Boston does guard Dallas, and I'm curious to see how Dallas runs their offense. I know it's probably going to be a lot of pick and roll, but because Boston switches everything, I'm wondering if they're going to sit here and try to shoot over Porzingis every single play. So that's my X factor. The Mavs role players for Boston. My X factor is Tatum, plain and simple. So Boston isn't winning shit if Tatum isn't the best player on the floor. For Boston, I mean, if he's not the best player on the floor for Boston, if he's not the best player in the clutch for Boston, they won't win. So this is all on Tatum. This is time. I do think Boston, depending how Jaylen Brown play, depending how White and Drew Holiday and Porzingis play, I think Boston can get away with like Jaylen Brown throwing up like 18 a game or something like that with Porzingis, because I think Porzingis got cleared today. So, it's just all on Tatum. That's it for me. That's pretty much it.
Oh, man. Either way, one of my Duke guys are going to win. Kyrie, Lively, Tatum, fucking Emil Jefferson. So, I'm in a win-win situation. I've been caping for these guys for a long time. Luka and Tatum. But my X factors for this series is going to be Lively and Gafford having to guard Porzingis in space. I believe if Porzingis, starts hooping like he can, that'll be a big series. I expect all the stars to show up, honestly. I'm not going to lie. I think all the stars are going to show up. I hope all the stars show up. I think that Porzingis is my X factor for the Celtics. If Porzingis is healthy and he's knocking down threes and he's creating space, able to space out the Mavericks, it could present some problems. This is the best three-point defensive team that the Celtics will see all playoffs, and this is probably the best team that matches up well for the Mavericks defensively. So I'm just interested to see if the Celtics are going to really attack the paint, because I hate when they start settling for too many threes. I feel like they get away from their game plan, especially Tatum. I feel like he should start inside out because if he's settling for jump shots, I feel like you're bailing out the Mavericks. So, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. And I think that I would put PJ Washington on. I think I would put PJ Washington on Tatum just because Tatum usually settles for more jump shots, and I would put Derrick Jones Jr. on Jaylen Brown because he's more of a slasher, and I think Derrick Jones Jr. can stay in front. Luka on Drew Holiday, Kyrie on Derek White, and then whoever on Porzingis, either that be Gafford or Lively. On the other side, I do think the series is going to have to change when I think Tatum's going to have to guard Luka later in the series to win the series. But Drew Holiday is going to guard Luka. He's going to be too small eventually throughout the series. I love Drew Holiday, but he's not going to be – no one's going to be able to guard Luka. Kyrie's going to do fine against Derek White. Lively, I don't know if Gafford and Lively are going to be as big this series, but if they can stay in front, that'd be great. And I hope they don't play drop coverage like they did 2 years ago. If they play drop coverage, we're going to see the same thing that the Timberwolves happened to them. So hopefully they're playing up more with Porzingis back. But yeah, I would try to avoid that. And Jaylen Brown will guard like PJ Washington or something so he can take a break.
Why do people have a problem with Boston shooting so many threes? They make them.
Yeah, but it becomes a situation where it's like live by the three, die by the three. I've watched a lot of games where like, bro, we didn't need to. We like shot ourselves out of the league because we were shooting so many threes, right? And
I mean,
it's a lot of one possession game. It's a lot of one possession. You know what I'm saying? Like offensive, what's the names? And it's like they're getting the ball right back. Imagine how many. It doesn't take that much time to jack up a three, bro. So when you jack up the three, you miss, and they go back down, get a quality high percentage shot, make it. You feel me? You come back down, pick and roll, pop out three again, quick little joint. They go back. It can get nasty fast, bro. And I've seen it happen. And so I agree with James in terms of starting inside out. Anytime Jason Tatum has started inside out, it's been a beautiful thing. And so
I mean that's fair. I'm just saying it worked. I mean,
for sure.
When it works, championship, taking as many threes as they do. I mean, it's been done before. So it's like, but I mean, Tatum is 6'10". Tatum is 6'10", so he should be going to the rim anyway.
Yeah,
but you have a good point.
Is this the best storyline final in general since 2016 when the Golden State Warriors played the 73-9 Golden State Warriors played the LeBron James team who didn't have Kyrie and Kevin Love the last year where they played?
Yeah, because I believe this right here is for the quote unquote face of the league and who's the better player and who's going to take that next step and stuff like that. But from what I'm seeing, it looks like if Luka were to lose the finals, the main media wouldn't criticize him as much as they do if Tatum were to lose for some odd reason. I don't know why, but yeah, I mean, this is for all the. I mean, I feel like this will settle, all the debates of like they're probably the two biggest young stars with the best like resumes. So I guess like whoever gets the ring will be put over the other.
Muted.
You're muted, bro.
We're both muted. But I was saying I wouldn't either. But you mean to tell me if Tatum goes 0-2 in the finals, that's not way worse if Luka gets his first L?
I mean, look how they're treating Tatum now when he lost the first finals.
Who did Tatum lose?
He was in the MVP race almost the whole season.
Man, they get MVP. I don't want to hear that bullshit.
Race stuff, bro.
They
want to win MVP, bro.
Was he that first team All NBA?
I mean, yeah. I mean, but what does that have to do with how he's?
How are they treating him? I'm asking you, how are they treating him?
So they're treating Tatum as if like he's a loser and he loses.
No, they're treating Tatum like Tatum
like he throws on the biggest stage.
Let's keep it a beam, bro. They're talking up. They be talking about Tatum like he's some type of fucking fraud, bro.
Yeah, but that's not true. He lost one. He played one bad series, which was
a nigga lost to a fucking dynasty that won their last chip, and niggas is acting like.
I'm not gonna hold you. I don't be hearing them say that. I be hearing them say he just needs to win, and that's not like are we gonna disagree with that? He needs to win. Like he's taking all the steps. It's time to win.
Why are we saying that about Luka?
You
watch the guy because he's still taking the steps. The steps are still going. He's determines
how many steps it takes.
What step is Luka still taking?
That's what I'm saying. Nobody determines how many steps, but how many steps are you supposed to give Tatum? You've been in 4 ECS, 5 ECS. This is your second time in the finals. You have what people would consider a modern day super team. So
we gotta let them allegations go, man.
You can't say y'all got 4 All-Stars, 2 All-Defensive teams.
Hold on, no, fuck that, nigga. Fuck all that.
I'm just saying,
don't use
7 to 8 potential stars. You have 7 to 8 players that can start on high.
Wait.
Whoa, hey, one at a time.
Stay injured. And then when it's convenient, it's a super team. Niggas gotta stop picking us out.
We gotta stop doing that super team stuff.
I'm not doing that shit, bro.
No, I'm just saying they could be considered one.
Bro, then that means like the Timberwolves are a super team, the Nuggets are a super team. Like just because you have a good starting five,
Timberwolves have 4 All-Stars.
Bro, the Timberwolves have 3 All-Stars, a defensive, 2 All NBA defensive players, the 6th man of the year, the coach of the year, and the defensive player of the year. I don't hear anybody calling the Timberwolves a super team.
They do have a lot of accolades. I ain't gonna lie.
2, you talking about?
They have 3 All-Stars.
Technically they have 4 because Mike Conley made the All-Star team, but I'm not gonna sit here and
10 plus years ago don't count.
All right, well, who are the 4 All-Stars on Boston? Porzingis made an All-Star team?
Yes.
What year did Porzingis make an All-Star team? I've never seen Porzingis play an All-Star game.
He has.
I think he did. He probably made it with the Knicks.
It was definitely the Knicks.
Hey, look, on road trips, we do this thing where we do like drafts and stuff. And one of the drafts we did was non-All-Stars. Porzingis is an All-Star, trust me. He would have got drafted.
All right, he's a one-time All-Star. My bad.
He's a one-time. Yeah. I know.
That's cool, but like I said, are the Timberwolves a super team?
He's an All-Star caliber player any way you put at it. But even that, they have 8 players on the Celtics who I say or think could start on almost half the teams in the NBA.
And so do the Timberwolves.
Nah.
Nas Reed will start.
Yes.
Depending on the team, Alexander Walker might start because he started before.
I think it ends, and even I don't think Mike Conley starts on more than half the NBA teams.
That's cat.
No, Mike Conley's kind of. There's a lot of good point guards over Mike Conley. But
I don't think it's the same for that one.
I'm glad I talked about it. We might as well just get into it, man. Who has more to lose in this finals, the Celtics or the Mavericks?
The Celtics have more to lose. It's very much simple. The Celtics have way more to lose. The Mavericks won a championship in 2011. They're not the same type of dynasty as the Celtics are either. Like people, as much as people want to talk about it, the Celtics are tied for the most championships with the Lakers. Right? The Lakers, we up their ass by 1. Did we up y'all? I can't remember. But regardless, the Celtics are that type of franchise, and y'all won 1 chip in 30, 40 years. Y'all is for y'all to be considered who y'all talk about yourselves to be. Y'all got to get a chip to still be on that same reign, or we can stop talking about the Celtics being a dynasty. They were a dynasty. Now you're just a regular team.
So
that sells tickets. But the Mavericks have nothing. I honestly don't think the Mavericks have anything to lose. Making it to the finals itself was good enough. It's good enough.
All right.
So nothing to lose. Go
ahead, Mike.
So according to your statement, that would mean in order for you to be a good team, you have to have a dynasty.
No, you're a dynasty. For y'all to continue being a dynasty, You're already that. So you have to continue being what you are. That's the name of the game.
I don't think we are a dynasty. I don't think the Lakers are like. I don't think that should be a dynasty. Is like what Golden State did in that time span. You feel me? We are a accredited team. The Knicks are an accredited. It's like calling like the Cowboys or some shit like that a dynasty. They're not a dynasty. They were a dynasty then when they won in 94, 95, and whatever. You feel me? Don't say we throw that dynasty word like out too loosely. They're just a good team. There's a lot of good teams. You yourself just said it that you had a whole bunch of different NBA champions within the past 5 years. No one has like repeated. So there's no dynasty. There's no current dynasty, bro. It's just a bunch of really, really good teams that are duking it out. The NBA is at a really high, good level. Now, to go back to what James said, who has more to lose? I don't think it's a more to lose situation. I think I feel like the better question is, what would be the bigger disappointment? Now, the bigger disappointment would be the Celtics losing. I don't like that. I don't like that. Who has more to lose? We don't lose shit, nigga. If you lose this show, you come right back and you gotta come get that shit, bro. Like niggas are still 25, 26. Like niggas didn't win their first championships till 27, 28. So I don't know why there's this weird exception that because you've gone to the ECF 4 times and the first time you went, you lost to a Golden State team that was on their run of their actual dynasty. You feel me? And then the second time you went, you lost, and you have a chance to come back. You get the chance to redo that shit again. If the team is good enough, you run that shit the fuck back. But I will say the Celtics definitely have more to lose. Well, not more.
There we go. That's what we want to hear.
Them losing would definitely be a bigger disappointment. The biggest disappointment would be the Celtics losing, and because obviously the narrative of Tatum and Brown and everything like that, but the bigger disappointment would definitely be Tatum and them. But they don't have anything to lose but to run it back and get that shit the fuck back. That's it for me.
AJ.
The expectations were set high for Boston. I mean, personally, I don't think anyone has the most to lose if you take out the fucking narratives. But yeah, I mean, the pressure's on Boston more than it is on Dallas.
Sure.
I don't know how we're deeming how we're gonna deem people are gonna deem Luka the best player in the league or a top 5, and if he loses the finals, there's no sort of he folded or anything. It's like we're back at it again next year. But the Celtics will make the finals again. The Celtics have a better chance of making the finals again than the Mavs do, just based off the conferences they're in. So I mean, for real, for the Mavs, this is a once in a I won't say lifetime shot, but this is a one in the mid. This is it. This is their shot. I don't know if they're going to get back to the finals again within the next 2 years. You can't say that confidently. I can say confidently the Celtics will probably be back in the Eastern Conference Finals next year. With a chance to play for the finals. The Mavericks won. I can't say that about the Mavericks.
So the Celtics have the most to lose in this finals. Let's keep it a band here. Like, I don't know what we're talking about. The Celtics have most to lose. They could. Derek White, sooner or later, is going to have to get paid. And he's going to have to get paid a lot. Like, he's not no regular dude. You got Drew Holiday. He's only getting older. I don't even know what Porzingis' contract looks like. We're going to have to start paying Jason Tatum. So the bench is going to start looking more and more light. The bench is not what it used to be. Celtics. Now, when you have possibly one of the top 3 greatest playoff performers on your team in the Mavericks, you're gonna be back here. You know what I'm saying? It don't take much. You know, Luka Doncic he's one of them guys. All right, Luka Doncic. You see the numbers. Luka Doncic is one of the best playoff performers ever. Period. I don't agree with the statement. When you have Luka on your team, I feel like you can make it back to the finals sooner or later. I feel like Luka's gonna win one. Tatum. If they lose a second finals, the reason why we say Tatum folded is because he fucking folded in the finals. He had a bad series. It's a bad look that you folded, and now this is your second chance. You're on the cusp every year, and you still haven't won. They need to win. This will solidify them. If they lose this year, will they ever win? We don't know. And then you're gonna look like the OKC Thunder. Because every year you're gonna figure out a way to make your team better, and every year the East is getting better. The East is getting better.
Bro, the level of competition in the East will not touch the
No.
West.
The East was not bad this year. The East was hurt this year. The Cavs were hurt.
That's fine. The East fully healthy is nothing compared to the West. You have fucking Steph Curry. I can name first. How many teams on each side? Is it 15? I can easily say 1 through, like the Rockets who missed the playoffs. They can easily make the playoffs next year. Who else?
What does that mean,
bro? Like 1 through fucking 14. Everyone except the Spurs and who else was bad? Everyone except the Spurs and somebody else are all like dangerous teams in the West. In the East, it's only about 5 or 6 teams.
Let's be honest. The Jazz aren't dangerous. Jazz aren't dangerous.
Okay.
To nobody.
Okay.
The Rockets aren't actually dangerous to nobody.
Okay.
The Pelicans, if Zion ever gets healthy, and we'll never know if he ever gets healthy. The Kings aren't actually.
We're talking about everyone healthy.
The Kings aren't actually dangerous. I'm not here for that. The Kings aren't dangerous. No one's scared of the Kings.
Okay.
No one's scared of the Kings. What are we scared of? They play no defense.
So let's go down the East. No one gives a fuck about the Chicago Bulls. Nobody gives a fuck about the Pacers. Nobody gives a fuck about the Atlanta Hawks. Nobody cares about the Orlando Magic as it currently stands. Bro, Orlando will get dropped off by Boston, Milwaukee, and
Atlanta will get dropped off,
bro. They're not there yet. Not yet. They just lost to your boy Donovan, who you said don't.
They're way scarier than the Kings.
Okay, fine. If you say so, I don't know how. There's no proof. There's no proof to that.
They took where do you rank the Cavs in the East if they're fully healthy?
5, 4, 5.
All right. And they took them to 7 in their first playoff series. They're gonna get better.
And the Kings lost to Golden State in Game 7 in their first playoff
and then
series.
missed the playoffs.
I mean, they missed the play because the West is more competitive, and you know that.
They lost to a Zion-less Pelicans team. That's embarrassing, bro. I don't care whatever way you put it. The East is getting better. The East was just hurt.
The Magic had 47 wins, and the Kings had 46. The Magic were the 5th seed, and the Kings were fucking 9th. The competition level was different, bro. They had almost the same amount of wins in the fucking league. You're talking about
the Magic would kill them. The Magic are doing that.
The Magic would not kill the Kings. Like you're
not gonna kill them. They're gonna win the series. They're gonna win the series. Sabonis sucks. They have no defense. Sabonis sucks.
Didn't Franz Wagner just go like 1 for 18?
He's a young guy. And Sabonis got killed by Kevin Looney.
I guess.
Like Kevin Looney dominated him. Did we not see that? Kevin Looney bitched him.
Hey, the Jays always keep a fucking
telling people to chill off Sabonis, bro. They be like, Sabonis is better than Rudy. I'm like, what?
Sabonis is good. Don't get me wrong, but he's not. I'm not scared of him.
The Pistons, the Raptors, the Hornets, the Wizards, the Nets, the Hawks, the Bulls. All these teams are fucking light. They're all lottery. They're competing for the lottery. There are a lot more lottery teams in the East than there are the West, by far.
That's cool, bro. But the East top 8 are good teams, bro.
Who's getting better? The Sixers aren't getting better. They're literally running into the same wall. Who else? The Heat can't stay healthy. They're not getting better. Jimmy Butler and Bam. Look, I've seen the end of the road. They either gonna trade for a star or they not. Let's keep going. The Pacers
are just in the finals. They were just in the finals.
The Cavaliers are literally about to get blown up. They're talking about trading Garland or Mitchell. So Mitchell about to be back on the Jazz.
That could make their team even better. Who knows? You don't know.
The Cavs are about to turn into Utah 2.0.
What'd you say, Quad?
Mitchell said he's gonna sign the extension. Watch.
All right. What does this title mean for the Celtics?
You want me to answer first?
That's the first question.
Yeah, like
what does the title mean for the Celtics? What does it solidify for the Celtics? You can go by each player, coach. I don't care. Organization.
I mean, suck your mother. If the Celtics win, that's it. That's all they got to do. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown are good. Niggas don't win multiple chips. If they do, great. If they don't, they did it. At the end of the day, they did it. You feel me? There's a lot of niggas. There's a lot of niggas in the NBA that don't, you feel me, don't end up doing it. There's a lot of homegrown teams where they try to, this is going to go into our next topic, where they try to always split two black great players. They always try to find a way to find some type of division, and them niggas got it done. So if them niggas are able to get it done, then they got it done. And they're going to go down as a focused duo that they're going to have their own little story that came into the league, not together, but one right after another and did their thing. Simple. That's it. Well-coached organization, well-managed organization for the most part. And yeah, that's it. It's not, I don't really think there's much to it.
Okay.
I think, unfortunately, in this era, nobody's like, we're not gonna get like those repeat champions.
Yeah.
I don't think you're getting like more than 2 rings unless you play 15 plus years. I think different people will be getting chips, and it'll continue to be competitive. And we'll get to witness one of the most competitive eras of basketball, just for the fact that
there's no LeBron, there's no
not that there's just so much money and so much talent that you're, and now there's guys overseas that are catching up to the guys here. So it's like you're able to find gems in different ways. Like I feel like earlier in our life, like in the 2000s, late 90s, the top players were the top players. If you was ESPN top,
and then there was
you was that type of guy getting drafted the next couple of years. You know what I'm saying? Whereas if now, like finding hidden gems is a lot, I would say, easier. And it happens because look at a team like the Wizards who've been drafted in the lottery for the last 6-7 years. Miss. Maybe like they got a good role player in Danny, and a good. I mean, did they draft Kispert?
Yes.
But look at guys like fucking Johnny Davis. Johnny fucking Davis. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think teams like now it's a little bit easier. Yeah, and you don't even have to hit at 1 to 5 nowadays. Well, no, that was always a thing, but yeah. So it's just everybody's gonna get 1 or 2.
Yeah.
Tatum and Brown win, they'll be the best 2-3 combo since Mike and Tippett if they get one. If Kyrie wins the title, he'll have a seat at the table with Steph and the
Hey, wait. We won't get to the Mavs, man. Let's stick with the Celtics.
Oh, we're just staying with the Celtics? Oh, my bad. I thought we were going like play. Oh, but Celtics, yeah. I think Brown and Tatum go down to history as one of the best duos ever. Drew Holiday.
Wallahi.
I don't know if he's in the Hall now, but he damn sure in the Hall with another ring because he already got one. So I think he goes to the Hall.
Yeah, not to cut you off, AJ, but if they do win a chip, niggas gotta stop disrespecting Jaylen Brown.
Oh, that too, yeah. The whole he can't, because they be saying Jaylen Brown better than Tatum, but then they'll say Jaylen Brown can't go left. But like I said, yeah, the respect for Jaylen Brown.
And then he won't make an All-Star team either.
Yeah, that disrespect for Jaylen Brown
gonna stop. He didn't make an All-Star game this year.
Make the team. He make the team.
No, he shouldn't have made the team. I mean, Trae Young was snubbed. I think Trae Young was having a way better season than Jaylen Brown.
I wouldn't go that far, but
let's keep it moving.
In the regular season.
Damn.
Yeah, keep talking though, and I'll just pull up a nigga Jaylen Brown splits for you.
Bro, because fucking Trae Young has the ball. He's the primary ball handler. Of course, he's gonna average more assists.
Doesn't matter. We're talking about making the All-Star game, brother. Like,
all right, but yeah, for Missoula, it'll be good. He'll go down as one of the, he took over a team that was going through internal issues.
It wasn't that deep, bro. Ass. That'd be weird, bro.
But yeah, I don't know if that would make Boston the best franchise, and I think it will make them one of the best franchises in sports because they'll be leading the league in championships. I guess that's how they rank that. But yeah.
If the Celtics win, obviously Tatum becomes a Boston Celtics legend. He brought a ring, so that him and Brown become solidified in Celtics history. Just them two, I would say. I wouldn't. I mean, everyone else is solidified. Al Horford's obviously going to be
Al
a legend.
Horford's going to be solidified legend.
Yeah, but like them
That
two,
is-
you know, it means the plan finally worked. You know, we didn't do all of this for nothing. Brad Stevens looks like one of the best executives. Joe Mazzulla is finally solidified as a coach that like is as a really good coach, I should say. One of the future coaches in the league. Yeah, man, Drew Holiday is probably going to the Hall of Fame, and the Celtics will be the best franchise if you look at it in NBA history. The dynasty thing, I agree with Mike. You got to win 3 or 4 or 4 in the last 7 years to be a dynasty or something like that. If you win one and then you won another one 10 years ago, you're not really a dynasty. You just won your championship. You're just a good organization.
You're just a good organization.
Yeah. So kind of like the Ravens, man. Hey, man, if you're a fan of any team, I feel like your expectation is to be win a championship one in every 10 years. 1 in every 10 years, I'll be good. 1 every decade, I'll be satisfied.
If I've seen it, I'm good.
So
watched it,
can I say something to rebuttal the dynasty thing? Because I just recall James, Nakai, and everybody attempting to smoke me during football when I was saying teams are dynasties in football. You can't call them not dynasties just because they haven't won lately. They're still dynasties. So it's
who did they call a dynasty?
It was teams like the Cowboys.
The Cowboys aren't a dynasty.
That's not
Crazy.
That's wild as
I
fuck.
believe it was the Pittsburgh Steelers.
That's not a dynasty.
Y'all had a dynasty early 2000s.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No, he heard us. He's not remembering that conversation right. We said the 90s Cowboys were a dynasty. We said the Pittsburgh Steelers of the 80s were a dynasty. I don't know why Nakai said the Bears were a dynasty. The Bears were never a dynasty. They won one chip. The Patriots.
He was not saying that's cap. He's changing it. He was not like
I have the real. I have the real. I know exactly what I had.
Cut up. The real is cut up. They were saying these.
There's a whole video.
So exactly, we can go back and see the episode. Y'all were saying that those teams were dynasties. You're not going to take away their history. They're still dynasties. That was said. I promise you that was said.
You said that because you didn't see those. You said you didn't see those teams play. You don't count those dynasties, and we're like, bro,
they're not even dynasties.
We're like, dude, the '90s Cowboys are still a dynasty.
What did you say? You said if they're not winning in the last 10 years,
you have to win multiple championships within a certain amount of years to be considered a dynasty.
Only been 2 dynasties.
Your whole organization is not a dynasty, though. You're not Real Madrid.
I felt like exactly. I thought dynasty was a recent thing, but y'all made it seem like it wasn't. So all I'm saying is you're changing the parameters. It's okay.
You're a dynasty still in that era.
I'm just saying you're changing shit.
But you're a dynasty still in that era.
Now that Mike's on here, you want to change up. That was Mike saying. If that was Nakai Glover in the bottom corner, it would be the other way around. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, Boston is the dynasty. But,
Boston was not a dynasty. Boston was a dynasty in the 80s. That's it. And then before that, when there was 8 teams in the league.
Yeah,
they have not been a dynasty since.
Hey, Mike, I got a quick question. You're a Celtics fan. My pop's a Celtics fan. Is Tatum over Pierce if he win the ring? Like, in your opinion, do anybody think Tatum's over Pierce?
If he wins a ring, yes. If he wins a ring, yes. I got him over Pierce. I think that's what I'm saying. I think these guys now don't need 4 rings to get in those to get high up in the Hall of Fame. I think Paul Pierce.
I don't know if Tatum my pop said nah, like Tatum not
over the
Pierce.
Truth.
Yeah, he not over Pierce because Pierce I don't know. He means a lot more to the Celtics, but I'm like, if Tatum brings Boston 1,
you asked too early. You should have asked.
He's not over him yet.
You can't ask niggas till after they get the emotional dub.
If he wins the ring,
let them beat Luka in 7 and then ask your dad
and see how he move afterwards.
You feel me? Then ask him. He be like, nah. The way he won that joke, nah.
Nah,
in game
Nah,
7.
bro.
Here's
No,
what's
what? Like,
crazy, though.
because, like, listen, can I say something?
was giving Kobe buckets.
Thank you. Can I say something, bro? Let's not try to diminish the shit. I know, like Paul Pierce is a goofball now. He be fucking with the strippers. He be cussing. He be lit and all that. But Paul Pierce was really like no funny shit. That nigga was really the truth, bro. Like, and there's a documentary where like the nigga, I think it was like Game 7 against the Cavs with LeBron and them. Like KG was just like, yeah, bro, I don't got it today. Like today is not my day. And the nigga was like, I bet I got you. I'm gonna put the team on my back. Like I've yet to see Tatum have that blammer go smack like moment.
Time.
Bro.
See, that's what you be fucking doing. So when it was Game 6 against the Bucks, against the defending champions, he
Smack.
48. He dropped 48. He wasn't going to smack, nigga.
He gave the Sixers 50 in Game 7.
Like, stop. I hate when y'all do this. Y'all niggas try to say y'all Tatum fans and y'all don't be Tatum fans.
No. Listen,
That's going crazy.
but my thing is this though. The difference right now is that Paul Pierce did
that shit on TV live. That shit was different back then.
Did that shit, bro, and then won a chip. So like,
No, I agree.
If Tatum can get there, then I mean, AJ, that's a great conversation to have.
Now that 08 Jones was OC though.
It was OC, bro.
08 Jones was OC.
No,
They weren't supposed to win that, Joe, bro. They were supposed to lose.
That shit was OC, bro.
We supposed to 3P for sure, possibly 4P.
That shit was OC.
That's why they view that shit as the most valuable chip.
That shit was OC.
That shit was OC, fool.
Who the fuck were y'all beating for the 4? The Mavericks did not. The Mavericks did not. Dirk did
Jason Terry was crying.
So we weren't having coaching issues and inner issues on the team.
You got swept, my nigga. I'm not trying to do that.
What happened? But you haven't even. Come on, bro. Stop this shit. You don't even know.
Ah, bro. 4P was insane. 4P was insane. 4P was insane. The 4P was insane. 3P, maybe. I can maybe get with that. But the 4P, you was doing too much, bro. You're lying. They did you dirty. Dirk got his championship. He got his championship in fucking blood.
In blood. I can't take that away from Dirk. Let me
All right, let's get to our predictions. You can explain how you guys see this series going out. Coach Hay, you go first. Then we'll go AJ and then Mike. Oh, Mike, you go last. We already know who you're gonna pick, but you know.
Hey, the series ends in no less than 6 games because the Mavs will take one in the first 2 games. You know the Celtics, they love to give one up on the home turf, but that's not a scary thing for them because they can play on any turf. That doesn't really affect them. But I think they do give one up, being that the Mavs are the best away team, and the Celtics just like to give one up just on some fun shit. But I do think it'll be a 6 or 7 game series. The Mavs can make it real scary if they get one early, and I got the Celtics in 7. Because I honestly do believe in that thing where we always talk about the teams that are more healthy in the championship have a better chance of winning. And whether they want to say it on media or not, Luka he's playing hurt. Now is he injured? No, but he's playing hurt, and they're very top heavy in Luka and Kyrie. And like I told y'all, Kyrie kind of has the matchups where this can be the series where, like, I mean, he's kind of held a little bit. And he won't get as good shots and get those momentum shots going like he was doing it in the series before. So I got the Celtics in 7, but it'll be fun to watch. And I do think Tatum gets that Finals MVP. But if the Mavs do somehow find a way to get it out, that's why I picked Kyrie as the key player. I think Kyrie fuck around and get that Finals MVP. And I think it'll be all right. Luka can still be a top 5 player and somebody else get the Finals MVP. Steph did it. And nobody was mad about it. Niggas were definitely mad, but Steph did it. He was still a top 5 player.
That shit is not the case for Tatum. If Brown get that shit,
for sure. If Brown get it, if Brown get Finals MVP, niggas are on Tatum, so they're like, don't get that nigga the max. What the fuck? Obviously, this Brown team. Yeah, nah. But that's an issue that I don't understand with the Celtics. I don't understand why they can't just be 1A, 1B. And obviously, if there's a time where one's cooking more than the other, it's okay. they're not too big men. They're not. It's not like a big man guard 10 like situation like Kobe and Shaq, where you can have both players averaging 30, and then obviously a guy like Shaq have 15 rebounds and make that shit just look crazy. But I think if both players play well, you Celtics are 7, obviously. But yeah, go ahead, AJ. Nigga, no.
This nigga's got a
This nigga's crazy.
I think I'm gonna have Boston in 4. I think they blow them out in game 1. I think it'll be close in game 2.
Hey, we are out of here. We about to go viral.
I think game 3. I think game 3 comes down to the wire as well, and then game 4, they win it on Dallas floor. To be honest, I'm gonna just be quite frank. The Mavs are too dependent on Luka. I feel like if Luka doesn't play one good game, I mean, Luka has to drop 30 every game for them to win. And maybe that's possible, but a team that dependent on 2 players, that's tough to. I don't know. I really believe. I'm not gonna lie. Boston is the best team. I said this before, even when they traded. Boston is the best team I've seen since KD Warriors. That's the best team I've seen since the KD Warriors. And I really do think like they can't sweep them. Now, from a realistic standpoint, I got Boston in 6 because the NBA not about to let them niggas sweep them. So, yeah, I got Boston in 6. Tatum has to win Finals MVP, unfortunately, because the narratives. I don't think Kyrie has a shot at winning Finals MVP if the Mavs do, because Coach K, they be valuing that triple-double shit for, over. Like, Kyrie can average 30. If Luka averaged 25, 9, and 8, they're going to give it to Luka off the strength of that. But, yeah, I got Boston in 6. My heart says Boston in 4. But, yeah, go ahead, Mike.
Let me tell y'all niggas something.
I know.
Hey,
you see this shit I got on, bro? You see this shit on the shit I got on, bro? This shit is about fucking business, bro. This is my message to everybody who's gonna watch this shit, to every nigga in the group chat, to every nigga on Twitter, bro. Y'all need to stop this shit, bro. Boston is about to win this shit in 6. It's written. It's over with, bro. I'm not. You niggas is praying that niggas like PJ Washington is about to come up, bro. You got Luka, you got Kyrie. That's it. That's all. That's the only niggas you got, bro. If the Celtics come out there and take care of business, if the Celtics come out there and play like the Celtics, bro, this shit is done in 6, bro. Like we're not even gonna allow it to go to 7, because if we get to 7, Luka might do some fuck shit. But if we don't, you know what I'm saying? It's Celtics in 6, bro. Listen, with either Tatum or Brown being Finals MVP, I don't give a fuck who does it, bro. Because I believe that if the Celtics are able to win this championship, it may propel them to the next level. It may propel them to have that hunger. It may propel them to become this little potential dynasty that niggas is trying to like muster up and shit like that, bro. It's the Celtics in 6, bro. You go in that joint, you take care of business. Game 1, game 2, you punch them in the fucking mouth, bro. You don't rock, nigga, and you get this shit done with, bro. It's like it's time. We can't play with the food no more, bro. We cannot play with the fucking food no more, bro. I understand the Golden State shit. I understand the Heat shit. I don't understand the Heat shit, actually. That was crazy. You feel me? But you know what I'm saying? You've had your hiccups, bro. This is the time. Nigga, you pulled up, you dunked on LeBron, you was having facial hair like me. Now you got the Osama bin Laden. Both of y'all niggas got the Osama bin Laden. Boys turn to men, bro. Boys to men, bro. Boys to men, bro. That's it, bro. These niggas need to win the chip. Celtics is 6, bro. That's it, bro. Thank you.
You said thank you.
All right. Enough of the bullshit. Unfortunately, the Celtics mentality is going to make this a closer series than it needs to be. And the Dallas Mavericks have the 2 best closers in the game. Like, let's keep it a bean here. They got the 2 best closers in the goddamn game. I've seen my boy Tatum choke. I've seen him choke. You know what I'm saying? I rarely see Kyrie and Luka choking when it comes to clutch time. You know what I'm saying? They
Bro, that's
move
not true.
different. They move different. They move different. If the series is close, if it's coming down to the wire, which it will, because the Dallas Mavericks have been the best defensive team for the last since they made the trade. Let's start with that. Y'all sleeping on the Mavericks. They're a really good defensive team. PJ Washington and Derrick Jones Jr., they gonna show up, bro. Whether y'all like it or not, they gonna show up. And I got the Dallas Mavericks. In 6. We got one of the best playoff performers in Luka Doncic on the road. He's gonna hear the hate. Kyrie is gonna turn into a modern day Kobe. You don't think he's been waiting for this moment? You don't think my nigga Kyrie been waiting for this moment? He's gonna drop it. They probably are gonna win game 1. Let's start with that. Kyrie is gonna come and set the tone. You know how we usually wait for Kyrie to show up into the second half? Kyrie's gonna set the tone early. He's gonna make it known. And it's not KD that's with him like it was with the Nets when they were having close series. It's Luka fucking Doncic. Let's keep it a band here, bro. Let's keep it a beam here. It's not Joe Harris and them. It's PJ Washington and Derrick Jones Jr. who have shown up throughout the playoffs. You know what I'm saying?
You can just say that, bro.
No. Let it ride. Hey, yo, bro, let it ride.
Joe Harris missed every shot. He missed every shot.
Niggas is praying for.
It's not Nicholas Claxton.
Niggas have the utmost confidence.
I let you talk. I can't leave my show. It's not Nicholas Claxton. It's not Nicholas fucking Claxton. It's fucking Derek Lively, who should have been on the rookie team, and he wasn't. So he didn't take in that disrespect. What'd you say?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But and then it's Daniel Gafford revamped. Maxi Kleber is here. He's back. He's shooting 50% from 3.
Shooting 50% from 3.
During these playoffs, he is. He
sounds so
50% from 3.
Mike.
No. Luka Doncic is about to solidify himself as the best player in the world. And y'all gonna be sick. And Mike, I promise you better be on this damn podcast after the Celtics lose. I don't want to see nobody dug. I don't want to take. It shouldn't take 2 weeks to make an episode after the Celtics lose. It should be the next day. The next day we should be making a recap of the whole series.
After the
Celtics
win, I'm gonna take the lead of the pod. I'm gonna be that.
I'm always gonna be here. I'm always gonna be here.
That's fine, and I'm gonna be the lead mic, and I'm gonna run the fucking show that day.
You can run it, but Luka Doncic is about to get it done, and you're gonna be sick. You're gonna be sick. All right. And Jason Kidd is about to solidify himself as one of the most up and coming. As a matter of fact, we forgot to explain this. I have the Dallas Mavericks in 6. What does it mean if the Dallas Mavericks win a title, and then we can get out of here? Coach K, you can go first.
I think if the Dallas Mavericks win a title, all the bullshit shenanigans about Jason Kidd not being a great coach goes out the window, which I've vouched for him since he was a Bucks coach, and putting in kind of jump starting the Giannis being able to, be the guy he is today. Because I think if you had made Giannis a traditional power forward center, he would have been half as good as he is. So him putting Giannis at point guard was something that we saw and then I also think him seeing that Luka and Kyrie could work was big as well, and then being able to put a team together around them and get Luka out of that I think him and his staff did a great job getting him out of that kind of hump of being a sometimes I'm focused on basketball, sometimes I'm just living life type of guy. So I think this is very important for him and his coaching career, being that he was already an amazing player. And the last time they won a chip was when he was on the team as a player. You know what I'm saying? But then also, I think this ring and the way it's gone down can go down just as great as that Dirk Nowitzki 2011 run, because it's somewhat in the same respect level. Not as many legends were beat, but in the same aspect of 50-point teams and how tough the West was for Luka to get this ring. Obviously, we'll always put into aspect that Dirk beat the likes of Kobe and LeBron and all these other guys who and he beat KD in them, right?
Yes, they did them dirty.
You feel me? Beat the likes of all who we consider top 25, top 30 all-time greats. And I don't know if the guys that Luka's beaten in this year will get to that level. But do think it's something to be talked about for a couple of years. It's one of the greatest runs we've seen by an individual in his supporting cast. So yeah, this is big for them as well. Just not as big as the Celtics, but I think this is big for the fact. Same thing AJ said. I don't think the Mavs get there every year. When Luka gets there again, it'll be in 6-7 years. It's not going to be with Kyrie. It'll be somehow with a revamped team. I think the West is too strong and only getting better, just like AJ said.
Yeah, I agree. I think that if the Mavs win this, it just goes to show, you know what I'm saying, the maturity and the greatness of the guy that people try to count out, which is Kyrie. When I say people, I don't mean people like me and you. I'm obviously talking about the popular media, the whole premise, and I even felt I even felt for it in terms of, you know, Kyrie don't care about the game and shit like that. But it'll go to show that, like, when somebody's mental state is in a good place and they're actually happy and doing something that they truly do love, you know what I'm saying, good things will come out of that. And it'll be nice to see Kyrie. It'd be nice to see Kyrie get one without LeBron. In addition to that, for Luka, it kind of just shows. I mean, it's another point for the Europeans. You feel me? It kind of just goes to show where our league is at. I don't think there's anything wrong with it, but it just goes to show it could be one down, one good championship. Nah, it'll be one good showing.
That nigga annoyed too.
It'll be one good, like, you know what I'm saying, remark on Luka's record that he's won a championship so early in his career. And I definitely do think maybe he may not repeat, but I do think maybe down the line, 6 to 7, he could get another one. And then if he has 2, that's just gonna make him look that much more greater at the end of it all. So and, like, I mean, Jason Kidd is Jason Kidd. It goes to show one of the player coaches that have come, one of the younger player coaches that have come through and want to chip off the strength off the early. So that'll be a good thing too. So yeah.
Man, the way niggas talking, PJ Washington win a ring. He'll be the best power forward of all time.
Like shit.
Niggas got the utmost confidence in PJ Washington. But
can y'all hear me?
You said what?
I was say before you go, I want to say, like, I feel like Mike overreached at the end of that, but we'll talk about that later.
No, what do you think I reached on?
I'm muted. We'll talk about it later. Go ahead, AJ.
Just bring it down.
I think they'll deem Luka the best player in the league if he wins a ring. Same with Luka. If he wins a ring, he'll have, like, one of the best resumes for a young player we've seen in a while. Kyrie, if he wins a ring, then Kyrie win a ring. Yeah, Kyrie win a ring. He'll have a seat at the table with Steph and Magic and all of them. Honestly, Kyrie resume kind of pretty crazy too. I forget he won a chip at 24, so I think Kyrie would be. I don't know. Kyrie can move into the top 7 players for me personally. Who else? Jason Kidd.
You mean point guards?
No, players.
Go ahead,
bro. How do you? Okay, we'll get into that later, bro. I don't understand how a guy who has 2 rings and sit here like we saw what he did for who hit the shot. That's the real question. So, like, why are we acting like people can say Kyrie's the most skilled, but don't want to say he's a top 7 player? How doesn't that, like, not could, like?
No,
all right, but yeah, PJ Washington, best power forward of all time if he get a ring. Daniel Gafford, he over Shaq if he get a ring. Who else? Maxi Kleber, all-time great. He get a ring.
Oh shit!
From 3. Maxi Kleber, that's my guy. Jason Kidd, he'll be. I don't know how many guys have won a ring as a coach and a player. So that'll be good for Jason Kidd. And I'm missing anybody off the run. Oh, Josh Green, best role player all time. He get that ring.
All right, this nigga's scrolling. Let's move on. Let's move to me. I think. Anyways, obviously Luka's gonna be the best player heading into next year if he wins the ring. Kyrie will be in the discussion. Well, he probably will be a top 10 point guard of all time. I don't know about top. He might be edging to the top 5 of point guards of all time, but that's a discussion for another day. Obviously solidifies Jason Kidd, and it solidifies the Mavericks organization. They finally put a team around Luka. This is his best team that he's had since he's been there, and they made it. They finally made a team that can win around him. So, that would solidify the Mavericks as one of the better organizations in the NBA to me. But that's just me. For the other guys, I don't really have anything else for the other guys. Just Jason Kidd, Kyrie, Luka, and Mark Cuban, really. That's it. What did you want to overstate with Mike? What did Mike overdo?
Nah, I don't like the stigma of Kyrie wins this one. He finally got one without LeBron. I don't think he needs one without LeBron to be proven to who he is, to be honest. Now I think now that he's gotten back to the championship after all the social media and bullshit that's happened and making a way to overcome that, I think he's already put himself in a position to say he's one of those guys. So yeah. I don't think he needs it. I think that's where the overstep was, where it's like,
I think it's understood though. I don't think he needs it. I just think if he wins it, it puts him bar none. Like you can't. I feel like you won't even. Other people won't be able to bring up that argument. Period. But I don't think he needs it. But if he does win it, it's bar none. Like there's no argument. That's where I'm getting at.
I do have something else I have to say though to refute all of you guys. I have a big thing we need to hit. We don't have enough time on this note, but I'm taking a couple of guys out of the point guard position. Like Steph Curry's out of there, Kyrie's out of there, Jalen Brunson's out of there.
Okay. Yep.
No, I'm saying because listen, they're all three of those guys that I named are the same type of guys. Yep. All three of those guys are just like AI as well. All three of those guys are still similar to a Donovan Mitchell. At the end of the day, so respectfully speaking, I think they're all combo guards. But when you put them in an all-time ranking, because the skill set and what they bring to the game, you have to rank them with shooting guards. Because that's what you're ranking them on, how well they are as scoring guards. You're not ranking them on how well they are as playmaking point guard. And the best point guard of all time isn't the best point guard of all time because he could score 30 points a game. It's because of playmaking ability. And most of the guys we have in our top fives, I would think it's supposed to be because of playmaking. Or I think it's harder to. Or you don't think it's easier to compare D-Wade and Steph Curry than it is to compare Magic Johnson?
That's what it is now.
Do you think it's easier to compare Steph Curry and D-Wade than it is to compare Steph Curry and Magic Johnson?
No, I think it's easier to tell you that the point guard position has changed in the NBA now, and that's what it is.
No, because it's always been like this. What are you talking about? Guys like Kevin Johnson, they were the same way. Kevin Johnson is Jalen Brunson in the 90s.
All right, like you said, it's a discussion for another day.
Yeah. I'm saying we don't gotta go too far, but I can pull receipts out. It's a lot of niggas. What's that nigga name? He had a weird last name. It's like Fat or something like that. Damn. He played for the Celtics. What is dude's name? He got a weird name. He played for the Celtics. Weird last name. One of those Jones. But yeah, scoring point guards, bro. We gotta start moving them over to that combo guard. If y'all gonna do AI like that, who played split minutes at both positions, we gotta do the same thing for guys like Stephen Curry, Kyrie Irving. Say Jalen Brunson. And put all in there where their best ability is scoring, and that's a shooting guard. But they're combo guards, so they're hybrids. But at the end of the day, their best abilities with shooting and scoring. So I think it's easier to rank them all time with the shooting guards. Now, most of those guys I named, I think can move in the top 5. Not Jalen Brunson, but I think
Is
like
it something that you have to average a certain amount of assists to be considered a point guard? Like, is that
no,
your?
not at all. I don't think that at all.
I'm confused. Why is? You know what? I don't even care. You know what? That's it for today's episode. Like, comment, subscribe. I don't know what just happened the last 5 minutes, but any last words before the final start?
Listen,
How
man,
was any of those guys any more of a point guard than Allen?
I got final words.
Don't.
For all you niggas playing the fence, bro, pick a side. That's all I got to say. Fucking side. Because when the hellfire comes, it's gonna come.
This thing is gonna be sick. AJ?
I just want a good finals. May the best team win.
Clearly not. You said a sweep.
Fuck that.
A sweep is the best finals. Like, come on, James, work with me, man.
All right, cut this joke.
Oh yeah. Another thing, I'm not tweeting. I'm about to send out a series of tweets before the game. I'm not tweeting until after the Celtics win a championship. So if they don't win a championship, then
Are you gonna delete your Twitter?
I'm off Twitter.
All right. Well, good seeing y'all. Till next time. Let's go, Mavs.